Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Choose to Think Inspirational podcast. This mini-sode is coming to you with bite-sized inspiration designed to motivate you and rev up your mind, your brain, your body as you choose to think in terms of your emotional, spiritual, and physical health. The short format allows for a focused and targeted message that can help you quickly shift your mindset and approach to life. Be sure to check out all the products mentioned in the video. I'll put the links in the show notes and YouTube description. Now, let's dive in. Rest, R-E-S-T. It's a teeny four-letter word, but boy, does it have a mega impact on your emotional well-being and health. Welcome back to the podcast, everybody. I'm Victoria, and we're chatting about the seventh R in the 7 R's for living your best thought life, and that's rest. R number 7 is rest, knowing that God is in control and He is working behind the scenes when you need to take a break. And trust me, you're going to need to take a break. You know, there have been times during my journey and quest to live my best thought life that I have been discouraged and exhausted. I talked a little bit about that last episode, didn't I, when we talked about relying on God? Well, I remember taking a drawing, a little sketch that I had done of an apple tree, and it had the big tree and then all the little apples on it, something that you might draw in the 4th grade. You know, I took that to a dear mentor of mine, and all the apples were supposed to represent the aspects of the fruit of the Spirit in my drawing. I said, Jeannie, that's my mentor's name, I have tried everything possible to grow the fruit of the Spirit in my life. And side note, you know all the aspects, don't you? It's love, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Things you want, things I want. Things we are willing to open our hearts and say, Lord, do your work. We want change in those areas. We want to become more of each of those because we're less of me, more of you, Christ, demonstrated in my life. Okay, we get that. Well, it's like, and this is what I kept telling her, it's like the harder I tried to become more patient, the less patient I seem. The more I strive to demonstrate love, out of my mouth come contention or unhealthy words. And so in exasperation, I kind of just looked to her and I said, look, I'm doing everything right. I go to church, I pray, I study my Bible, I memorize scripture, I encourage and serve others, I share my testimony, I've asked God to remove the deadly heart roots. What else can I do? Why can't I bear the fruit of the Spirit? Why am I not changing or growing as fast and in ways that I ought to be changing and want to be growing? What's going on? Well, okay, you know, she's a mentor for a reason. And at that period in my life, she explained to me very sweetly that my efforts were not in vain. However, she cautioned me to put more of my mental energy and attention on the Spirit instead of the fruit of the Spirit. Oh, and I really love that. She encouraged me to seek the Spirit instead of seek the fruit. What a powerful distinction there. She encouraged me, telling me that as I learned to rely on God, I could also rest in His presence and in His power, fully trusting Him to complete the work that He had begun in me and in His good timing. Jeannie was well aware of my quest to change my thinking, and she suggested in a nutshell that it might be time for me to take a break, to let the garden of my mind go fallow. Have you ever heard of that? Resting is like letting your garden lie fallow. In agriculture, letting a field lie fallow means leaving it unplanted for a season to allow the soil to rest and rejuvenate and replenish. In the same way, taking a break from seeking transformation through the renewing of your mind allows your mind to lie fallow and rest so that you can come back stronger and more productive in your efforts to break bad thinking habits. Remember, transformation is not something that you can do on your own. In my search for a multivitamin supplement, I knew right out of the gate that I did not want anything synthetic because my body would have a hard time absorbing the man-made ingredients. It would be like pouring money down the drain. After hours of research, I chose the whole food multivitamin with iron, daily multivitamin for men and women. And listen, I wanted something natural, affordable, and good for me. The manufacturer describes their product like this: premium, all natural and all vegan, no artificial ingredients. ingredients, coloring, or flavoring. No magnesium stearate, no preservatives, GMO, gluten, wheat, nuts, dairy, eggs, shellfish, soy, gelatin. It's made in a GMP certified facility in the USA and always third-party tested. It provides 100% of the daily requirement for optimum nutrition and complete multi-system support. Vitamin A, vitamin B complex, vitamin C, vitamin D3, vitamin K2, vitamin E, biotin, CoQ10, L-arginine, HCI, L-carnitine, omega-3, omega-6, turmeric, and so much more. This formula was created to support your immune and cardiovascular systems and to boost your metabolism and energy. It's ideal for improving your vision and bone strength, hair, and skin conditions as well. It boosts your immune system. Citrus blend, mushroom blend, herb blend, zinc, 3-strain probiotics. This is the best high-potency formulation fortified with organic whole food blend for overall well-being and vitality. Your health begins with a healthy gut, mental clarity, and lasting energy. In general, Jim and I eat whole, organic, unprocessed foods. We work really hard to make sure our diet is robust and filled with a variety of healthy foods and beverages. I take 1 capsule of this whole food vitamin with each meal to cover all the bases, and then I can rest assured that I'm achieving that fun, fit, and fab lifestyle that I desire. Use my Amazon link in the show notes to check it out for yourself. You can choose to surrender to God's will and allow Him to work in your life. Resting and prioritizing your relationship with God can help you to navigate this mind-renewing journey with grace and ease. Taking breaks and resting during this process of breaking any bad thinking habit is crucial. It can be challenging to change a habitual way of thinking, and it often takes time, effort, and patience, just like breaking any bad habit. But try to take care of yourself in this journey and allow yourself time to rest and recharge. Think about it. When you are trying to break any bad habit, you've probably found yourself feeling frustrated, discouraged, and overwhelmed at times, right? Well, it's essential to recognize these feelings and take steps to address them. It might be time to just switch gears, take a break, engage in an enjoyable activity, or seek encouragement and support from a friend or mentor. Resting and giving yourself a break can also help you to gain perspective and clarity. When you take time away from a problem, you may find that you are better able to approach it with fresh eyes and a renewed sense of energy later on. It can also allow you to reflect on your progress and celebrate your successes because, believe me, you're having them, no matter how small they may seem. Don't underestimate this final step in the 7 hours for living your best thought life. Resting as you aim to break bad thinking habits is a valuable step in the process. You got to get out of Dodge for a while. Do a little R&R. Be gracious to yourself, and you're going to come back refreshed and ready to go at it again. Now, is there a biblical precedent for this? Well, you betcha. Think about the Sabbath rest, where in the Old Testament, God commanded the Israelites to observe a day of rest every week. This day was set aside as a holy day of rest and worship and was meant to be a time of refreshment and rejuvenation. It was the 7th day, and notably, I've made rest our 7th R in the Live Your Best Thought Life process. Or how about this one? If you're finding yourself stuck or a bit frustrated from daily desires to refine your character, from the discipline of watching the words you speak, and from guarding your heart, well, Jesus speaks about the importance of resting in Him. In Matthew 11:28 and 29, He says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls." I want to point out here that Jesus says, "Come to me, seek me, take my yoke." Do you notice how He's saying, come to Him? Don't worry and don't focus on all these changes that you want. Don't even focus on the burden on your back, really. Instead, go to Jesus. And it's just like seeking the fruit or seeking the Spirit. We got to seek the Spirit. We got to seek Jesus as we're aiming for rest, and He'll allow that to happen, because I know you want rest for your soul too. And you're saying, but okay, how do I take my hands off this area of my life for a while? How do I exactly go about resting? How do I let the garden of my mind lie fallow? How did Mary do it? You know the story of the siblings, Mary, Martha, and Lazarus, found in Luke. Well, what did Mary do? Simple. She sat at Jesus's feet. You too can find rest and enjoyment in God's presence by listening to his teaching rather than being consumed with the tasks of taking every thought captive, resisting the enemy, repeating this process with all the busyness and striving when it comes to breaking bad thinking habits. You can just listen. Sit at Jesus's feet and listen to his teaching. And you may be like me. You may even make resting a chore or something to do. All right. Do you know what I'm talking about? You make resting a chore. Isn't that ironic? That's just so ridiculous. It's crazy. Allow God to offer you rest. Resting doesn't have to be a chore. Allow the easy and light yoke of Jesus to gently be placed on your shoulders. He is at the helm of your ship. You can rest knowing that he will lead you. He'll keep you safe and sound. You're relying on him, trusting him to help you rest. Please take a bit of time out for yourself physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Make sure you're getting enough rest, eating healthy foods, and engaging in activities that bring you joy. Surround yourself with people who support your journey of transformation. Trust in God's timing and have faith that he is working in your life, even when you can't see the results yet. So that's a wrap on the 7 R's for living your best thought life. And if you caught all the episodes before this one that went through each of the R's, you've got a really strong basis for finding that lasting change you desire in your thought life. Truly, it starts with your thoughts. You want any kind of change in your life, you got to start with what you're thinking about those changes, what you're thinking about the obstacles, what you're thinking about hindrances and long-term picture and momentary frustrations. It's all what you're thinking. Thoughts are electrical impulses in your brain, literally, but they all originate in your spiritual heart or your mind. Thoughts are powerful. But for today, let's give thinking a bit of a rest. Push pause, take a deep breath, and rest. Thank you so much for joining me today. And remember, we've got a whole lineup of mini episodes or mini-sodes coming down the pike. So be sure to tune in. And that's a wrap, Brain Changer. And listen, if you like what you hear, would you leave us a 1 to 2 sentence review at Apple Podcasts? Share the link with a friend or tag me on your share on social media. It would mean the world to me and would help us to keep shining the light of Christ and sharing the good news to others who are in need of encouragement. Please visit us on our website at choosetothink.co. That's with the number 2, choosetothink.co, to get on our monthly newsletter list. And if you need a guest speaker for your next women's retreat or church event, I'm your gal. Email me at choosetothink@gmail.com, and that's with the number 2, choosetothink@gmail.com. Finally, I offer limited free mentoring sessions each month where you and I can chat to help you develop a strategy for your thoughts in any area of your life. I'm a certified life coach and I have something to share. Visit choosetothink.co and click on mentoring for more details. Also, keep in mind that the messages on this show are for informational and educational purposes only. Please consult your medical doctor for all medical issues. Thank you again for tuning in. God bless you.